Okay. Development Manifesto, Ascendancy Changes. Since their release in 2016, Ascendancy classes have been a popular and powerful aspect of Path of Exile. While we have made small balance adjustments over time, it has been a long time since there was a substantial balance pass to make sure that they are all at the same power level, and to address the design of ones that have shown to be less versatile than others. Um, we care about a consistent power level for Ascendancy classes. We want there to be 19 good choices rather than people feeling like several of them are noob traps. We care about class identity. We want each Ascendancy class to feel completely different from the others so that players can connect with the identity of each class and feel tempted to try other ones out. When examining the classes based on those two metrics, we've realized that a few of them were fine, powerful, and had strong identity, but most of the others needed some serious reworking. Oh shit, that means it's probably not going to be nerfs for Pathfinder and stuff. Okay, let's read about the Assassin. The Assassin was always seen as a squishy glass cannon critical strike character. Over time, balance adjustments dropped it out of serious consideration. These changes in 3.2.0 restore all of its initial glory, giving it some strong options for assassinating enemies. Okay, here, I'll move my cam. Oh, we gotta go back here. Look at each one. Okay, damage over time, increased crit chance, whatever. Chance to poison on hit, chance for attacks to maim on hit against poisoned enemies, 0.1 crit chance per poison affecting the enemy, up to 2% crit chance. Wow, that's a lot of flat crit. 2%. 5% increased poison duration per poison applied recently. So in AoE, you're going to get a lot of poison duration. That's crazy. Reduce damage taken from damage over time. Poison to inflict with critical strikes deal 30% more damage. Gain 20% physical as extra chaos against poison enemies. Recover 0.5% of your maximum life per poison affecting enemies you kill. So that's like 5% recovery most of the time. That's insane, I think. Crit chance, crit multi, whatever. 30% increased damage. I gotta hide this. It's gonna block the bottom ones. 30% increased damage with hits against enemies that are on low life. 40% crit multi against enemies that are on full life. 100% more crit chance against enemies that are on full life. 100% crit chance against enemies that are on low life. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, that recovery is crazy. Sorry, Corsairs, I got it. Crit chance, crit multi, whatever. Opportunistic. 20% increased movement speed if you've killed recently, good for shield charging. Damage from your critical strikes cannot be reflected. Oh shit, reflect immunity basically, that means, for Assassin. Because you're pretty much crit cap as Assassin. Well, you will be crit cap in theory. So that means basically reflect immunity. 100% increased damage when there is only one nearby enemy. You take no extra damage from critical strikes while there is only one enemy nearby, or only one nearby enemy. Interesting. Good for Halls of Grand Masters too. Faster Assassin Bomber. Yeah, the movement speed's really good. The trade-off calling is old. Guys, you're spamming. Guardian buffed? Is it really, Ruse? We'll see, we'll see. 10% intensity and power charge on crit. That's standard, that's the same thing, I'm pretty sure. Gives you your power charge generation. Deadly Infusion, 8% crit multi per power charge, 2% crit chance. Well, at maximum power charges. Wow, you're getting like basically guaranteed crit cap. If you don't go the poison route, holy shit. That's pretty good. All those look pretty good, I'd say. Assassin looks pretty decent. I'm certain people are going to play it. Okay, let's check out Guardian. This is an example of a class where much of it remains the same, but certain skills have received substantial buffs to better achieve their goals. 3 of the 5 branches of the Guardian Ascendancy tree remain completely unchanged because they were very popular choices and achieved their purposes. The other 2 have been changed to promote a more active playstyle for support characters while still being strong choices for solo Guardian players. Mana Guardian, not nerfed. Okay, well let's look at it though. Let's actually look at it. Hang on. Armor, energy shield, charge duration. Actually, let me bring up. Hang on. We should actually we'll look. Oh god, stupid things at the bottom. Okay, close that. we'll watch this, and then I'm gonna bring up Path Ability, and we're gonna compare everything. Nearby enemies cannot gain Power Frenzy or Endurance charges. That's kind of good for that one map mod. You and nearby party members share Power Frenzy and Endurance charges with each other. 10% chance to gain a Power Frenzy or Endurance charge on hit. Okay. Interesting. Trance armor equal to 160% of your reserve. Okay, well, hang on. Let's bring up Path of Building and compare this to the current one. God, okay, Path of Building. Alright, let's see. So, the current one. This is the. This just gained the power charge on hit thing, right? And then what's this? This is unchanged. Radiant Faith is unchanged. Okay. So that's the same. Oh. Whereas you cast grant 1% physical reduction to you and your allies. Whereas you cast grant 0.2% maximum life regen. That's the same as well. Okay. So that is unchanged. Yeah, the on hit's new. That's what I thought. Let's just real quick go back and just double check that that's all. Yeah. Okay. So the on hit is all that's new there, which is pretty good. We're pretty crazy actually. You and nearby allies have a 15% attack, cast, and movement speed if you've used a work cry recently. If using work cries is instant, work cries have no mana. So that's unchanged. Okay. No changes there. Time of need. Reduced effect of curses on you. Every 5 seconds, remove curses and elemental ailments from you. Every 5 seconds, 30% of maximum life regenerated over 1 second. So that's the same. That's still strong. So basically all that's changed so far is the power charge on hit stuff. Or the charges on hit. Okay. 50% additional. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking it. Here, I'll move it. Sorry, I didn't realize I was blocking it, guys. Here. Let's go back to the other one just so you can see. This part, unchanged. No change here. Let's get back to the new one. Okay, Bastion of Hope. 50% block chance for 2 seconds every 5 seconds. You and nearby allies cannot be stunned if you've blocked in the past 10 seconds. If you've attacked recently, you and nearby allies have 10% chance to block attacks. If you have to cast a spell recently, you and allies have 10% chance to block attacks. So this is buffed. Well, I don't know if anyone cared about that 50% block chance 20% of the time. If they did, maybe it's not as good. But this part's kind of buffed. Gives your allies some block chance. Oh wait, no, actually it's just strictly buffed because that block chance is still at the top. So that part is 40% uptime now instead of 20. They've made it 10 seconds instead of recently? Or was it always 10 seconds? Yeah, they've made the allies thing 10 seconds. That's pretty good. Did they change the smaller nodes? We can see. Let's rewatch. Yes. That's unchanged. Yeah. That's unchanged. That's unchanged. So Mana Guardian still confirmed OPAF. That's unchanged. We'll go back over the assassin ones and compare it to the current. That's unchanged. The 5% block chance is missing. Maybe I'll recheck or double check. That's unchanged. Which 5% block chance here? Oh yeah, I see. Oh yeah, you're right. They did lose the 5%, but in place of it, they gained 1 more second on this. Interesting. So that is changed then. Alright, let's go back to Assassin now. And let's go find Assassin on the tree. Alright, let's see. So, first of all, unchanged. Alright. 40% chance to poison on hit versus 40% chance to poison on hit against bleeding enemies. So you no longer have the bleeding clause there. You also lose the bleeding portion. 50% chance for maims to hits to maim, so you lose the maim and you lose the skill effect duration against maim, but you gain the crit chance per poison affecting the enemy, which is really, really, really good. And you gain the poison duration per poison applied recently, which means if you've applied 6 poisons in the last 4 seconds, then you'll be at the same poison duration. And if you've applied more, then you'll be at even higher poison duration. And what's crazy about this is that doesn't look like it has a cap. Right? I don't see a cap there. Oh, you actually keep the maim on hit. Sorry, I missed that. You do keep the maim on hit, but there's no cap. So you could get the most insanely long poisons, right? If you've applied 30 poisons, that's 150% poison duration. And that's like totally reasonable when you're like sextanting maps. Your poison stacks are going to get insane. Seems like they're happy with Guardian being OP. Maybe, you're right actually, Satiate. They might not nerf Necro. That's a good point. Damage over time, crit strength, same. Okay. The reduced damage over time is the same. The extra physical is now against poisoned instead of against bleeding. Okay. Poison you inflict with crit deals 30% more. Still there. And then you get the recovery instead of the bleeding. So basically they've gutted the bleeding for Assassin. That's the main part there. Quill Rain Poison. Oh shit, you're right, Tomsy. You could apply insane amounts of poison recently with that. Cock Discharge or Herald Autobomber Assassin, now faster, yep. You're 100% playing it. Well, Necro might just not get nerfed. It might not get buffed, but it might not get nerfed. Oh, sorry, was the Ascendancy under my face? I'll move it again, my bad. Wait. Oh, sorry guys. I see, my bad, my bad. Thanks for letting me know. So this is what we were looking at. These ones, here you lose the bleeding. Bleeding is completely gone. You gain the recovery for the poison stuff. On this one, the bleeding is again gone. The skill effect duration is shorter if you have applied less than 6 poisons in the last 4 seconds, but you probably have applied more poisons than that in the last 6 seconds. That's the whole idea with poisons. You apply them really fast. So your skill effect duration on poison is going to be really high. Now this is where it's different because this part used to be connected, but now it's split off. So that minor stays the same. This assassinate node is buffed. Right now it's just crit multi against enemies that are full on life, crit chance against enemies that are full on life, but now they've also added the increased damage with hits against enemies that are low on life, and they've also added the crit chance against enemies that are low on life. Top left? Yeah, good idea. We can do that. I'm moving all over the damn place. You guys can't keep up with me. Alright. Ambush and assassinate. So... Oh yeah, you're right. It is. They've basically combined the old 2 of them together. You're right. Hang on. Let me get my windows back in order here. Okay. So now opportunistic. This is brand new. You're right. That ambush is now ambush and assassinate combined. Good point. Good catch there, Snartest. I was waiting to see opportunistic first. But so now opportunistic. This is completely new. Let's check the minor and see if it was the same as what we had here before. Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, opportunistic, brand new. The movement speed, the damage on your crits can't be reflected, increased damage when there's only one nearby enemy, so basically a bossing kind of thing for that. You take no extra damage from crit strikes when there's only one nearby enemy. So that's like crit, that's basically, that thing is really good. That means you're never going to die. The no extra damage from crits when there's only one enemy, that means Shaper slams will never crit you. So you only have to be tanky enough to survive a Shaper slam, and then you don't have to worry about the crits, which is actually pretty good. And then the movement speed is good for mapping, so we might see it there. The crits can't be reflected is really, really good because, well, I mean, crit, being reflectomy is crazy, and you shouldn't one-shot yourself with a non-crit every once in a while. I don't know. We'll see how that works out, though. As long as orbs don't count as an enemy. I don't think they do, but that's a fair point. Oh, good point. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about Uber Elder. It's better than multi because it multiplies? On which one? 100% crit multi? Where do you see 100% crit multi? Do you mean the increased damage if there's only one nearby enemy? That's not a more multiplier, that's just increased damage. Alright, now we're into the power charge section, which I think is the same, but we'll just double check. Power charge duration, crit chance, yep, that's the same. 10% chance to gain on non-crit. Oh, so they added the chance to gain on crit as well. So they've doubled the chance to get it on non-crit now, but they've also given it the chance to gain it on crit at 10%. So now you will never lose power charges as Assassin. You will have 100% full power charge uptime. That is really, really good if you want to spec into it. Okay, so this one, that's just unchanged. Crit multi per power charge, unchanged. Crit chance at maximum power charge is unchanged. So that part's the same. Still really, really, really good. So Assassin looks pretty good. Both of these look really good so far. Alright, let's read about Hierophant. Another class with extensive changes. The Hierophant now has an extremely strong tri/quad totem capabilities. There you go, there's your build. Quad totem frost bolts you want it to do. Without drawbacks and the ability to permanently sustain Arcane Surge with new bonuses. Its other branches have also been buffed. This is the first of several Ascendancy classes we are showing that now has 7 notables on its Ascendancy tree. Okay, so let's load this up. And we'll go find the Hierophant. Let's close this stupid related videos thing that keeps popping up. Let's go find Hierophant. Here we are. Alright. Am I blocking anything? Nope, does not look like it. Okay, first things first. This is pathing towards that. So now this is connected. There's another node over here, so that's something we can see immediately. So mana regen and area damage, it is now just spell damage and mana regen. So that's a change, that's new. Let's see the rest. Okay, Illuminated Devotion. In KoE, while you have Arcane Surge, 0.5% spell damage, leeched as life. Oh, there's your spell damage leech. Someone was talking about that earlier. They wanted spell damage leech. There you go. You can get it as Hierophant. Spell damage leeched as life while you have Arcane Surge. 40% increased spell damage while you have Arcane Surge. There you go. That's crazy. That's actually good. That makes Hierophant self-caster. Like that alone, people will play Hierophant as a self-cast build. Just from that. So this used to be Illuminated Devotion, which your boots gave you 2% damage as leech, which was good, but it was on a 4-link, and then the gloves, area AoE, and the helmet penetration. So that's new. That's really interesting. That is really good, actually. Okay, spell damage, mana regen. This is brand new, right? There's no notable that looks like that at the moment. Gain Arcane Surge when you or your totems hit an enemy with a spell. So that's just literal Arcane Surge. That means this node has 100% uptime. This one right here, 100% uptime. Because as soon as you've hit anything, it's up. And you're just permanent Arcane Surge. That's really good. Immune to elemental ailments while you have Arcane Surge. Holy shit, that's a free flask. What? That's so good. That is so good for self-cast. What? That is really good. Hierophant self-cast is actually good. Wow, that's good. Okay, let's keep looking though. Okay, so mana regen, power. Oh, that's used to go towards this. So mana regen, power. Yeah, so this is still the same, this node. 25% chance to gain endurance charge when you gain a power charge. 50% chance to gain a power charge when you place a totem. 15% chance to gain a power charge if you or your totems kill an enemy. 5% reduced elemental damage taken while you have an endurance charge. Damage penetrates 5% elemental resistances while you have a power charge. That thing got buffed, you could say. That's a little bit better. It used to be 25% chance to gain an endurance charge when you gain a power charge, 15% chance to gain a power charge if you or your totems killed an enemy recently. So we gained the penetration, gained the reduced elemental damage taken, and something else here is new too, right? Oh, the placing a totem power charge, 50%. That's new as well. That's pretty good. Potentially, I mean, that's good for the self-cast like we were looking at earlier. So let's see what else we got here. Mana regeneration and totem placement speed, same shit. They've rearranged those. Pursuit of Faith. 100% increased totem duration, can have up to one additional totem summoned at a time. 6% increased damage per enemy killed by you or your totems recently. 10% increased attack and cast speed while you have a totem. That got a huge fucking buff. Holy shit, that got a huge buff. That shit is... That got a nasty buff. What? You just get a free totem. You just literally got a free totem and 100% totem duration. That means you could take this while self-casting and you could dual totem for 2 6-links. Potentially, if you were going to 6-link a weapon or do it in like a helmet or something with Shaper or Elder mods. Holy shit. Oh yeah, you're right. With Soul Mantle and Tukahama and the totem node, how many totems would that be? That's 5 totems with no damage penalty? What the fuck? That's good. That's pretty good. They broke the game, they reworked, but it looks like they're thinking without thinking about the consequences. I don't know, man. I think it's all pretty hype. I don't think this is gonna mean you're gonna play a Hierophant and you're suddenly gonna kill Shaper for free. Anyone will. But yeah, that's interesting. Alright, so mana regen, totem placement speed, same shit. Can have up to 1 additional totem summon at a time. We knew that was coming. Increased totem placement speed. Wait, there's no more penalty. There's no more penalty! 6 totems! 6 fucking totems! What? 6 totems, dude. What about Facebreaker Hierophant? What is that stupid? What about Facebreaker Hierophant, guys? Like 5 totems, Hierophant, Facebreakers? This is you right now? Let's see. Yeah, that's me too. RF totems too, yeah. Can have up to 1 additional totem placed at a time, 50% increased totem placement speed. You regenerate 0.5% of mana per second per totem, so like 3% mana regen per second. You and totems regenerate 1% life per second per totem, so 6% life regen. Wow. Where's this info? I can link it, MF Trig. Actually, I'll just link it here. This is what we're looking at. 50% totem placement speed? Yeah, that's good. I don't know, Facebreaker or Hierophant though, for real. Alright, let's see the rest though. Alright, mana regeneration and mana. That's the same. Divine Guidance, I think that's the same. Yeah, it's the same. So that's still basically Mom. Same thing. Sanctuary of Thought. Okay, there's something new here. Oh, 10% less mana reservation. Wow, that's pretty tempting too. But I don't know if you're going to worry about that when you could go all this stuff. Although for the Facebreaker 6 totem Hierophant, you could go that. Reduce mana cost of skills while on full energy shield. 30% maximum mana as extra mana or maximum energy shield. 10% less mana reservation. Dark Pact totems with 6 totems? True, that'd be good too. Wow, this is crazy. Another class with it, we read that ongoing rebalance and potential nerfs. You'll probably have noticed there aren't any direct nerfs in the above changes. This is intentional for now, but will likely be addressed at later releases as we keep iterating on the balance. An example is the Slayer. Whereas leech abilities are so strong relative to regular leech in the core game, we're discussing options to like improving leech in the future so that his leech is not so powerful in comparison. That's good. I'm glad that they're going to do that rather than take away the Slayer's identity of having the really powerful leech. I'd rather they buff leech in general. For some of the classes, we have ideas for further directions to take them that will result in larger revamps than you have seen here. This is an iterative process that will occur over several releases. That's awesome. It's good news. The extensive changes made in 3.2.0 will hopefully provide many strong new build opportunities for you to explore. Definitely. Hierophant all of a sudden works. Hierophant looks fucking strong. Assassin looks really good. I think that these are all great changes, honestly. Guardian, I don't like that the mana stuff for your allies isn't nerfed because I think that that's really, really trivializing endgame when you can have a mana guardian and a low life RF character or a Hoa character. I think those are really insane. Yeah, new Hierophant's insane, Arion. It's actually so insane. Also, Arion, what about like six totem facebreaker Hierophant, like insta phasing bosses? But yeah, let's check what Reddit has to say. Yeah, the elemental ailment immunity is so good. That is so cool. Alright, let's see what Reddit's got. I mean, this is a summary. Assassin looks a lot better, yep. Hierophant. Quick reminder to anyone that doesn't know this. Maybe is not a damage boost, yeah. People that don't know that are wrong. Project PT died for this. Hire and Assassin are entirely viable now. Yeah, I mean, all of it looks really cool. I'm excited. How about Mana Guardian with Hierophant? True, Rose. That's a good point, man. Are you gonna go Mana Guardian next league? Thinking about Shinra's body swap. Oh, good point, Doddle. I didn't even think about his body swap totems. Holy shit, that build's gonna be good. T Masta, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'm gonna